Because of the closing, we only had 3 days to find a home inspector.
It's leaking from the attic, it's leaking from the roof.
Everything that he said was these kind of little things.
It's amazing. It's a small house and it's got a number of problems.
He really seemed like he knew what he was talking about.
Electrical, plumbing, incorrect venting, asbestos, mold.
You can't fix all that stuff, that's for sure.
Tony and Annamaria, newlyweds, bought a house in the right neighborhood around their families. They looked at 60 houses approximately before buying this one.
We wanted to get something that was move-in ready. So we wanted something that was fully renovated, that we really didn't have to do too much to. We knew that we wanted something that had 3 bedrooms and that, we could see ourselves in here for about 5 years, 10 years down the line kind of thing. The moment we walked in, we immediately loved the aesthetics of the home. It looked beautiful, and we were really happy because it matched our taste, so it was fully updated.
We entertain in the back with a great space, great landscaping, fire pits. I invite our family, our nieces and nephews over to roast marshmallows, so we really love entertaining in the backyard.
We both work 2 hectic jobs, so coming into our home and relaxing and enjoying it is really important to us.
Did the right thing, hired a home inspector. He found a couple things, grading issues, minor things, told the homeowners, and they addressed them. I love to hear that.
Immediately said there's no water damage, there's no mold, which really made us really happy. And the thing that really stuck out to me was he was focusing on little things that Tony needed to fix. So he would say things like, you need to fix the connecting tube to the dishwasher so that it's out of the way.
He had noticed that the patio stone in the outside of the house was sloping into the home, so we redid that. We redid the patio to make sure that the grade was, the water wasn't pooling.
At the time, I felt really comfortable with what he suggested. I was really happy with the inspection, and I felt really happy because now we could move forward with our life and purchase the home.
After moving in, it didn't take too long to find out, oh, there was more problems. What's that? Freezing cold all of a sudden, really cold winter.
The couch is cold, you have to wear a blanket, and
your feet are freezing,
your nose is cold. And we thought, okay, well, there's definitely a bite in the air. Let's try to take that chill out and look for maybe an electric fireplace that we could use. We kept this little guy that we would take with us throughout the house. So if we were eating dinner, he'd be beside us when we were having dinner. If we were in the kitchen, we'd have the little fireplace there. In the bedroom, in my office, and definitely in the living room.
I purchased a thermometer and I went to all the different vents in the house and I placed it on top. And I noticed that different areas of the house had more heat coming out of it than others. So I went underneath the crawl space and started kind of just playing around with the dampeners and noticed that there were some duct registers that were rotted and had holes in them, so a significant amount of air was seeping through into the crawl space. The inspector didn't say anything about the ductwork in the crawl space because he was only in there for about a minute or so.
Here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to look through the house first. I'm going to see what I can find. Then I'm going to meet them this afternoon and ask them a ton of questions. Then I'm going to show them what I found and what I have to do to fix it. Now, my first visual, I see the grading's no good in the front. It's not terrible, but it's no good because it drives toward the front. I also notice, yes, the house is brick. Visually, I look right away and I see a beautiful angel stone product on the wall. Take a look across and we see that the front sill has been done, and more than likely that originally this is brick underneath it. It is brick underneath it. Okay. Now, something an inspector should have done is not pull that off, but take a picture of this and show it and say that, I got a feeling, and I'm right. I pulled it off because I'm going to fix it. I don't see really any deterioration here. Problem being is if you do it this way, and I'm talking about the stone itself, because the rock or the stone protrudes high in the middle, it's going to make an area at the back where water's going to accumulate, and will it get in? Now I know to look on the inside of this house to see whether or not I have a water issue from driving rain. This is west, and we get most of our rain from the west, and when it comes, it does this. I'm looking, I don't see any soffit venting whatsoever. There's none. So that means I don't have an air intake to get up into that attic zone and exhaust it out through the roof. What I do have is a gable vent right high up in the corner. One, it's not big enough. 2, that gable vent should be lower because we want to drive that cool air low, push the hot air up through the attic from the sun that gets into the attic. So I don't have soffit venting. I have a very small gable vent, which tells me more than likely moisture can build in that attic, possibly mold, and that's really simple. Hot meets cold, it starts to get wet on the underside of the sheathing, and then it starts to mold. Again, we see our stone. They did the top of the sill first, and then they did the face of the sill. You need to come up the wall and cap the top so it goes over top, so we don't have water penetrating at that point, because it's gonna get right into the foundation. This is a cinder block well with a concrete top, so somebody's actually formed this and did a concrete top. You can see what I'm talking about right there. The cinder block is not tied into the foundation, but it's deep enough, and more than likely it's not a problem. I don't see signs of major issues other than that crack in the corner right there. And that crack goes down into the ground, which tells me to go inside the house and look at this side of the window, because we're seeing the moisture issues rot on the right side and the crack. I'm going inside. This window, I see they cut out the structure. Always look across the street. Look at your neighbors. Okay, that's not original. That's not original, not original. Original. We see the house on the other side of the red van there, and you see the front window. That's 3 bays of window. This is a really big window, right? Really big. Now let's stand back. And that's dipped. That was 3 separate windows. You cut out those vertical supports, you weaken the structure, and I don't know what's up there. I can assume what's up there because I'm a builder. But at the time, it was designed that those windows were also part structural with 3 bayed windows. So when I see that dip down, I say, okay, we possibly have an issue. New countertop, new sink, new taps, new cabinets. They didn't actually plumb this correctly, but this is a TY, and this TY is facing in what direction? That direction. But I guess they thought, oh, I can make the water go that way and then this way. So it's going to continue to force going that way, which is, look, we see the water stains here, and that explains this, nice and clean here. So it's forcing the water so much that water's coming up and literally dripping out of here constantly. And that can be a hot water from the dishwasher. So that'll explain why this is doing it. It's not that it's leaking from the sink, it's being forced in the wrong direction. This TY needs to be this way. This line needs to be up and brought back in again. So, wrong. So they've done a new bathroom, new towels on the floor. Wow, I've seen everything. That's just plain stupid. I'm looking at the ABS trap, so it does this. The trap comes down, and then it goes up, and then it comes down, and then it comes across, and then it goes to the back. Which, by looking at it, means that's not a plumber. Okay, isn't that funny? Why do we have 2 of these here? Because one of them's a ductwork, and one of them's an air return? Well, that's not smart. Hopefully this is just a space in the floor that someone made a mistake on, because if that's a return and this is forced air, it'd be really stupid because hot air is going to be coming out of here and be pulled back down in here. Did I see it in the report? No. I did not.
I saw the report on the asbestos, and I saw that we have it in the caulking.
This is for the first time.
Yeah.
I don't know, have you ever seen it?
No, I was shocked when I saw it. I said, what do you mean it's in the caulking?
Now, it's not in the top layer of caulking, it's in the layer underneath.
Okay.
But it's if the caulking needs to be removed, you know, the question is, can we do it?
Right.
It's not up to the inspector to take a look at this and go, hey, it looks great. It's like, tell me about the function of the house. Does it work? Is the outside good? How's the grading? How's the foundation? How's the electrical? How's the plumbing? And so on. Okay, so I have a lead pipe, lead tie-in to the stack, which means they didn't replace that plumbing. No signs of moisture, eh? Like, I love this. No signs of moisture. None. No signs of moisture. Okay, that is completely rusted out. Why? It's had so much water, and it's got a rusted hole right through it. Once again, No signs of moisture? It's raining like crazy. We know the east drop sucks. We know it's wrong. Look at the downspout. Look at it bleeding out of the top corner of the downspout. And you gotta see this, because that's actually an open downspout that goes down to the bottom, and nothing's coming out of the bottom. Nothing. It's actually gonna bleed out by the foundation. You can see how wet the wall is, meaning it's going towards the foundation and not away from the house. You can see the water actually cascading over top of the east drop and coming down. It's just the whole thing, and it's coming in behind the fascia, which is not good at all. Again, the carport, it's just a carport, but it's just coming down, and you can see the water just dripping over. This is not working whatsoever. It's very clear, right? There should be no water here. It should be picked up by this downspout by a proper east drop. Look at it coming over the roof now. It's raining heavy now. All I need now, honestly, is a leaky roof. That's all I need now. Oh, well, look at that. I have a leak. I have 2 leaks. And I have mold on the south side and the north side. I have 2 leaks on the rafters right approximately here. It has created a drip line in the insulation of approximately 6 feet, meaning it is leaking up on the rafter. It's coming in and dripping, and then it's running down the rafter, and because it's running down the rafter, it's continuously dripping, causing this line in the insulation. I have one beside the other. I see a lot of mold on the south side. I see a lot of mold and black on the north side. I can't wait to actually meet these people. Really can't wait. This is interesting. Let's start out here. You guys already know about your east troughs overflowing and everything. I don't know if you know about your back downspout that is just bursting out of the seam there because it's completely clogged. And it's clogged so much that you see, if you take a look, you're gonna see a little piece of green growing out of your back downspout.
Wow.
Now, original to your home was brick all the way down to the foundation, but they did an angel stone right across the front. You like the stone?
Yeah, we liked it.
Did you? Okay, it's installed wrong. If you notice, the sill has been covered first with the angel stone, then it's faced in front of it, so it actually comes to here where it's supposed to do this. So if you look at possibilities of water, see the channel in front of the window of water getting in? Well, it is, because I've had evidence of it inside to show that it is coming in. Your home inspector said no signs of moisture. The attic there was no signs of wet nails, no darkness, no mold, no leaks, no moisture, right? Throughout your whole house, I found moisture.
Mike identified immediately that there was water damage, and that was one thing that the inspector never said that we had.
No signs of moisture
No
at
signs
all.
of moisture, no signs of water damage. And that really made us feel safe and secure in the home.
We're gonna look into, because something tells me I'm gonna be doing a lot in making your house watertight from the outside, because it's not. It's leaking from the roof on all your brand new insulation. You know you have mold in your attic, and a lot of it. Okay, the attic's the attic. It's a different zone. You're not living in it. So it's not like it's in your bedroom and it's in your face and you're breathing it in. You're actually inside your house is clean. You do have asbestos, but it's not inside your house. This is the first time I've ever seen it on the outside in the caulking. And it's under the last layer of wherever put caulking up. The caulking actually has asbestos. Did he say that the grading on the front lawn was good? Because it says in the report it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, come over here for a sec, just over here. We're gonna look this way. What do you see?
Seems like it's sloping towards the
It's
house.
sloping towards your house. That we don't want. He didn't point that out, right?
No, absolutely
Okay,
not.
he didn't point out that maybe that all this soffit here, not only is it not vented in your house, and the only venting you have is a gable vent, which is not big enough and in the wrong spot, all this soffit is vertical siding. It's not proper soffit. This is. So all that's wrong. And I'll tell you right now, it all has to be replaced.
Wow.
Did he tell you that the fascia all over your house is on an angle and not straight? That angle is crucial to be straight. Why?
So the water can actually fall into it and
So
then
the
drain
east
properly.
trough can sit perfectly on it and the water can go into it rather than cascading over it.
No mention of the east troughs. You know, learning from this all from Mike, I'm embarrassed, I'm upset, and I'm really disappointed in the inspection.
Minor electrical problems, lots of plumbing problems, not in the report. Okay, again, I'm looking going, how doesn't he see this? So let me take you inside and show you what I found inside. After you. Let's go into the kitchen. New cabinets, new countertop, stove, obviously, came with the house fridge.
Looked great.
Yeah.
Okay, under your sink, did he look at that?
Other than telling us to put a zip tie, which I did, he said it was really, really good.
He's wrong. That zip tie is your drain from the dishwasher. That is required to come up high, come across the back, and then go down into the drain. Now take a look at that drain. Does that look right to you? This is a TY. This is where your drain comes in your dishwasher. What direction is that pushing it? To your left.
Right.
Where's the drain? To your right.
To the right.
They got it the wrong way. The dishwasher actually has a pump, and it's going to pump that water right into the ABS drain. Because it's in the wrong direction, it's actually going to force it right back up in the sink. Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't seen it come out of the sink.
That's why
I have seen it come up.
when we do the dishes, as soon as we let one flood, it goes immediately to the next in terms of the soap and the water.
It just seems like all the kind of basic things that an inspector would tell you about, he overlooked and focused on these kind of unnecessary things, like tying up the dishwasher tube.
Look at the window. Can you see a sag in the top? Just a slight sag. Can you see that?
In the middle,
In
kind
the
of.
middle, yeah.
Okay. At one time, you had one window, one window, one window. So 3 windows. So when some guys back then said, oh, no problem, you want new windows, they cut those out, cut them out, and put in a big window. Is the structure good enough to hold it above the window? Is the question. This glass is not. What I'm gonna have to do is not only check your HVAC, new fascia, new soffit, plumbing, venting, asbestos, mold, regrade your front lawn. I haven't even really opened up your basement yet. Do you have any questions before I leave?
I don't even know where to begin. I'm just shocked. Well, I mean, I feel like my original inspection was a joke. I mean, he didn't identify any of the things that Mike brought up, and it was obviously rushed, and he really didn't spend the time to really tell us what's wrong with this house.
We're gonna do a thorough, more of an investigation before I make the call of gutting it, but let's be prepared to open this baby up.
Okay. Well, it's our first day here. We have Northwood and Express Rooter coming in right away to start their work. Plus my guys following the puck. Here we go again.
Hey, Damon, I want to show you something that I actually discovered here.
Obviously not a good thing.
Not a good thing, to be
You
honest.
never show me good things.
I don't give you the good news, but I give you the straight facts. My #1 issue is obviously a cast iron stack, which has clear visible signs of leaks. I do not have a clean out that's accessible. I have one that's actually buried in concrete.
Okay.
I'm going to cut this piece out.
Yeah.
And I want to put a clean out. Because at
wanna
this
bring
moment,
it up.
yeah, at this moment,
Okay.
I do not have access to the drain for any inspection or maintenance purposes.
Right.
But my biggest concern is this. Those are the 2 galvanized end caps on a copper line. One is actually presently leaking. I do want to take care of those immediately because, again, this is wet. And the only thing that's holding it in place is just the rust.
Interesting. So they were about, what, a few days away from a flood here?
I've seen those go, honestly.
Yeah.
And the scene is not pretty.
No kidding. Good find, man. Good find. So we know we have a run here. We know that's a feed.
Yeah.
But this almost feels like a pull to me. I'm wondering if this is an actual
Return?
return.
I have a snake camera. We can stick it down and see where it leads.
You want to just see if it's panned at some point? Because that could just be a pull from a gap in the drywall somewhere that's pulling from the basement. What was that? Am I just seeing wood?
That's wood, so
that's
it's
wood.
probably
I don't really see anything there, Bear. I think we should take a look downstairs just to make sure, just where that runs
See
going.
where it is?
Yeah. So, Gare, I was just thinking, you're gonna have to get into this ceiling anyway. You're not gonna want to leave these boots in, are you? 'Cause these are the old style boots.
Those are the old style boots. The one at the far end's close to the window.
Which is
It's good.
fine, yeah.
This one's middle of the room. Preferably by this window would be better.
Well, I think we should move it, bud. I really do. Which means I gotta open up part of the ceiling.
Actually, Damon,
Yeah?
you gotta take the ceiling down for me.
Why is that, bud?
Well, again, some improper installation.
Oh, yeah.
To me, this looks like some type of automotive grommet.
Is that ever funny? There's no clamp inside holding the wire
There's
together.
nothing holding the wire, right? So
Okay,
you
well,
shouldn't be able to do that.
it looks like I'm gonna be helping both of you guys by doing this anyway. So why don't I just drop the ceiling? It's just the ceiling. So obviously a home inspector cannot tear down walls and ceilings to look for problems. But there was enough signs for him to suggest that there might be hidden issues that should be investigated.
Tell me about, because I have never heard of asbestos in caulking.
They used it as a mixture compound. Basically, an asbestos type 1 procedure is what we're doing here. You can remove the asbestos in the caulking. The caulking was mixed because it was a good, again, another insulation or fireproofing method they could use around the windowsills.
That's logical. So what do we have to do to take it down? I see they're in the suits. You said it was type 1.
All you have to really do is lay a drop sheet. Keep your distance if you're not part of the removal. You do suit it up. You only have to wear half face. See, when asbestos caulking, it's non-friable. Non-friable means it can't spread that easy.
Not powdered?
Exactly.
Is this like the vinyl tiles, same thing?
Exactly.
The guys from Caliber are also doing a level 1 abatement in the attic, which means they'll grind off all that mold, wipe it down, then encapsulate the entire attic, which actually seals all of the wood to prevent further mold.
We're replacing the front window as well as all the basement windows because of the amount of heat loss that they allow. So Mike asked me to open up the wall above to see if we need to repair any structure. What it looks like to me at this point is that there isn't a beam. Now, there's got to be something there. Do we have brick over top? No, that's siding above it. They have to have some kind of framing there. What I want to do is I want to open this up. At first, when I first saw it, it looked like a proper beam. It looked like probably a 2x10 spanning right across. But as I got to the corner, it revealed that that piece is only about 1 inch thick, which means it's just a cladding board. So what's behind that, I don't know. I have to open this up a little more. Am I worried? Absolutely, we have a bow in the window. So this is the galvanized piece that I removed, and we can see the amount of rust and buildup that has accumulated. And there's also a tremendous amount of actually rust building inside. Now imagine if we didn't have all this rust accumulation, this line would burst long time ago. Every time I do home inspection, I look for galvanized pieces because they are the weak links in the plumbing system, especially in the water lines. And the galvanized pipes, they need to be replaced.
So visually, we can easily see that it looked like there was a dip in the window, and that's why I should open up. Let's take a look at the structure. Right. So what is actually happening here is you have a 1x, it looks like a 1x8 right here. Yeah. It's just a filler strip. This is just to fill it so when they did the drywall plus their plaster, because we can tell by the thickness, drywall plus their plaster, it was just a filler strip. We come over, we can easily see the beam.
Yep.
Now, yes, they shimmed it up. Yes, we have enough load that steps over because we want about 3 inches based on this beam of continuous structure. What's happened is this window was never really attached.
In the middle.
So over the years, because it's so big, it started to dip down, but the ceiling didn't crack, which means the beam's fine. It's the window.
Okay.
When we talk with Dominic, what I'd like to do is pull out the framing.
Okay.
Okay, if he wants new framing, that's fine.
Yeah.
You put a new framing, let's do a new window, and let's do it so we have a big one in the center, 2 side ones with nice casement opening, whatever he thinks is really good.
Okay.
That way you have the choice of opening the window this way or this way and grabbing the draft in whatever direction it's going.
What do you want to do about grade at that point then?
I don't want to lower the window. What I do want to do is like scrape that down. You can tell from this point to the sidewalk, we have enough drop.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a small house, and it's got a number of problems.
Of course.
What do we have in here? Are you standing on a high spot?
You know,
I'm standing in a hole. There, you stand right here.
Was coming
you stand right here. You stand right there. I'm going to stand right here.
I knew it. See, look at that.
See? All right, that's much better. Why you're so hot in the summer and so cold in the winter? That's simply because you have holes galore in your ductwork. In the crawl space, holes galore. And it's not like a big punched hole like this, it's just really sloppy pleat work, really sloppy joints where your boot comes into the main trunk. They call it a boot that comes off. This is all gonna be repaired. Okay, you've taken the ceiling down, what do we see?
I see bad pot lights, I see no grommets, I see no heat run in front of the window.
Okay, I'll explain the heat run in front of the window. This one's old?
Yeah.
It's totally fine. We did have 2, right?
Yeah.
Now, was that a return? You know, you're starting to think. You follow this path down, what do you see?
See air returns.
Which means that somebody cut this hole first, went, oops.
Yeah, exactly.
Cut this hole. That was done years ago.
Yeah.
But for all the years that followed from the renovations, they just kept cutting the floor to put it in thinking it's something. Something's there. Right? The only thing it's going to do is like, honey, grab me a beer. We look up, what do we see? We see the block. Okay. Was there any insulation at the end of this?
No.
You pulled the ceiling down. Okay. Because there's no insulation in the end, we're getting that cold draw in, especially from there. We're getting that cold draw. Now we got the heat inside the house that's getting up there and escaping easily through the drywall, creating condensation in this area.
There's enough problems in this basement that we decided to just gut the whole thing. That means we can insulate all the exterior walls, and it'll make it a lot easier for Joey to rewire and for Gary to fix all of the HVAC issues. So I need you to drop this ceiling for Gary, okay? He needs to know if he can move that heat run over. Right now, he can't. He has an air return there, an air return there, but I have to fix that floor joist, right? Okay. Because of what they did here. Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of a notch.
So, yeah, they notched this out just to feed the air return that was right beside it. Major no-no. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to scab onto this, which all of a sudden shrinks this cavity for air, air circulation. They can't use that again. So what we're gonna do is tear down that ceiling so Gary can get a good look at where else he can run that heat run. We're also gonna pull up all the laminate flooring to check for signs of moisture. Once the basement is finished, we'll lay new carpeting, which is much warmer on the feet than laminate.
We came up on, actually, I guess it was Monday, and had a look around. And what I found is what appears to be a renovation here with the new exhaust vent, probably from the bathroom, and a new air exhaust, probably for a new bathroom as well. As you can see, with the edges of the flange exposed like this, any wind-driven rain would very easily penetrate through the side of this. 2 courses of shingles here should be over top of this flange. So what we're going to do is remove the surrounding shingles from both of these and install new flanges and a new exhaust hood and reshingle them both properly. Also, when I was here, I've had a look around the chimney. The step flashings have pretty much rusted right out. Certainly, the water is definitely penetrating here. This is all in very poor condition and should be completely replaced. Looking at the vents here, you can see that they've cut the shingles a little too tight. These shingles here have to be left 1 inch away from the sidewall and 1 inch away from the back of the vent here. What that does, that allows the water to come down and have room to flow around the vent and make its way down the roof. When it's tight like this, debris will get trapped in here and it will impede the flow of the water. What will happen here is its own weight from the water coming on from above will push it sideways across the top edge of this shingle. And there it is, it's in. It's a penetration, it's behind under the shingles now and possibly showing up as a leak inside.
So this is the old drain assembly that I pulled out from underneath the kitchen sink. A few things that I noticed are incorrect. First of all, the dishwasher, which was draining through here, was actually pushing water towards the compartment instead of towards the trap. Also, this TY fitting is actually in the wrong position. The water from this compartment will flow first in towards that area before it actually reverses and then goes back into the trap. Also, what I came across is, this is called a basket strainer. It's at the bottom of a kitchen sink. This thing was actually falling apart in my hands, so good timing that while I'm fixing this, I'm also changing all the components and making sure that there's not going to be any leaks down the road.
Okay. Nice size opening. I love it. That's going to change the whole look of the front of this house, Dom. Absolutely. Are you going to take this out soon?
This is coming out very soon.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure to get to it.
Because it actually looked to me like there was a sag in this beam, but Mike said, no, it's actually just the jamb of the window, and he's right, isn't he?
He's absolutely right.
Yeah.
It wasn't, the wood window wasn't fastened properly to begin with. What they should have did is put a couple of screws, 3,
Right.
just to help it from blowing.
A little bit of glue, a little bit of screw.
And this would have never happened. Fine. Mike was absolutely right on this one.
Yep. Okay. Right on the corner. Okay. Okay. Beautiful window. Wow. What's the goal today? Getting rid of the hump, just getting your grade?
Yeah, I think we can gain 5 to 8 inches of slope away from the house.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's up. I mean, we're basically level coming out 20 feet off of the house.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got, you know, just all kinds of room for water to start heading in towards.
Absolutely. And what are we thinking for the front? We're just going to sod this in the end because I think that'll look the best.
A nice sod job, nice, clean, level, looks fantastic.
I totally agree with you.
When the downpipe was installed here, they made the connection here backwards. This lower portion of the pipe should be over the elbow. The water is just running down and carrying the debris and things and washing down the pipe. It's down the outside of the pipe. Nothing's going in. This is all debris and stuff that would have just been washed down the pipe, right, and caused the damage that you see on the wall. The pipe's almost completely collapsed inside. They probably squeezed it tight in order to put this down over top of it. It's not something any experienced installer would ever do. Garbage.
Usually on a roof rafter, what they do is they'll run the rafters long and they'll do what's called a level cut at the end. That is strictly for your fascia and to hold your trough on. Why? Let's imagine your eaves trough along this level right here. So your eaves trough is actually sitting like this. When water is racing off a steep slope like this, it's going to shoot right over top of that trough and it's not going to do its job. What we're going to do is level this piece out so it'll come down on a flat surface like this. Eaves trough will sit flat against that and water will be able to run right into the opening instead of over top of it the way it should have been done in the first place.
I mean, it's not just the heating, it's the electrical, it's the plumbing, it's the venting. So, I mean, I'm just really upset that the inspector didn't address any of these issues.
The big problem with the house now is I'm a little worried about possible water coming in the foundation from all the water that's coming out the eaves trough and the downspout at the foundation.
Whoa, what a busy day today. We have so much going on today, it's crazy, but we're getting so close to the end of the job, I have to get everyone in at once. I have the Bowen brothers here today doing the waterproofing on the side. John landscaping out front today, getting everything graded out. We have Joey here today. He's finishing up the electrical downstairs because what else do we have today? We have spray foam coming today. My guys working their butts off to get the fascia on so that Rob from Better Contract can finish up. I'm running out of breath. Good day today. We're going to dig up the whole side of this house because when we were gutting the basement, we noticed small areas of moisture on the floor. We don't want to finish the basement without making sure that the foundation is properly sealed and no water can get back in.
Someone notched this beam out and just completely compromised it. And it's only one out of the whole puzzle, but you know, it's a key piece. What we've done is now we've taken a full length of lumber, the longest we can go in here. We've sistered up to it, which is going to re-strengthen that piece of lumber, put it back into the puzzle and make the whole floor strong again up there.
So I'm looking at this piece of ABS drain that was installed by a previous contractor, and honestly it just scratches my head because it takes a little bit of a creativity to actually come up with this. This is the right way of doing it, and this is the creative way of doing it. It's beyond my imagination what people are going through to actually accomplish this.
The problem with this boot was it was all rotted out. There must have been a lot of water getting into it, and it just rusted itself out. We had to custom make a boot because we couldn't get one to this size, so we just made a box and tied it all in.
So I think a couple of the reasons that you're getting the moisture inside is you see the tie rod holes from when they do the forming. You can see the cement has come out of those and there's not much of the cork left. That's what they originally put in it. And we got a lot of spalling up at the top, just below the window.
Well, you know why? Because they had the stone there, and it was just allowing the water to sit back there. So I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And what about the weeper here?
The weeper's in good shape. I mean, we just power washed the walls.
Yeah.
It took quite a bit of volume of water.
Yeah.
We're going to remove this weeping tile. We're going to install the one with the filter sock on it.
for sure.
And we're going to put more gravel. They only had a few inches of gravel covering this weeper. We're going to put a foot.
All of the framing, HVAC, and electrical is done in the basement, and that means we can spray foam all the exterior walls. Everything we've done combined with the new carpeting will make this a really warm area.
It's going to be really great to be able to use the actual basement space. I mean, in the winter, it was freezing cold, and in the summer, it was very uncomfortable and hot to be down here. So it'll be really nice to take advantage of this nice space that we have.
Amazing. How do you like the outdoor carpet?
I love the grass.
Love the grass.
Putt off of here.
What a difference it makes just grading this down so everything runs downhill, eh? Because if you remember, this was all built up right here. We even thought there was a stump here, but there wasn't. Does it look new or what?
It looks amazing.
Come on up front. Just a little stone bed in front enhances the window. Now that it opens up, and I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful thermal window. So what we're gonna have is great for winter and summer, holding the cool in the summer, holding that heat inside the house in the winter. And it looks really good. Proper ledge, that works for me. That's what I wanna see.
I had a double take for a second. I was like, is this our house? Wow, I mean, the grass, the sodding that's been put in, it looks amazing, and it's properly now the water is going away from the house as it should be. That spectacular window that the crew put in is, I mean, breathtaking, and it just, you can tell that a lot of quality workmanship and an effort has been put in to make our house right.
It just makes the house pop more. It makes it look more modern and more up to date. And it's nice because I think as people and our neighbors drive by, they're going to take a stop in front of our house, and we're very thankful for that.
If you notice, it's all new soffit and fascia. Now, do you see anything different? Come here for a sec, right here. You see anything different? Look down. What do you see?
The actual eaves trough is actually parallel with...
So we took all your fascias and straightened them. So this way, we don't have the roof coming into a slanted fascia going right over the east trough. You bring it up like this, now it goes into the east trough. So that's new downspouts, new east troughs, new fascia, new soffit. And the good thing about it, it has the smart screen on top. So the trees that are in your neighbor's area in the front is not going to, you'll no longer have to clean your downspouts.
Wow. Great.
Or have a clogged downspout in the back. You remember that?
That's right.
We had some earth growing in there, some trees.
That's right, yeah.
And it wasn't going down, it was pouring over because it was blocked. Fixed the roof. We had leaks on the roof. We installed new flashing around the chimney, new roof vents, flashing around the plumbing stack. So all those areas where the roof was leaking, it's been taken care of. Come on around back. I want to show you more stuff. If you've noticed, the underside here was also done.
Oh, you did this?
Wow.
And we had to. And I'll explain, because this was white. Since we changed everything else, this stood out like a sore thumb. It was like,
Wow.
Damon made the call and says, please change it.
Great.
Oh, thank you.
So that's an
Damon.
extra 10 grand in your I'll bill you later. Come on. If you've noticed, your fence was removed. So let me explain why. I heard you say downstairs, my feet are cold on the floor.
Freezing.
So I said, Damon, pull the floor. We're gonna do a carpet. When he pulled the flooring up, he noticed a pool of water underneath it.
Wow.
Which then pushed him to remove the wall downstairs, which showed indications that your foundation was leaking.
Oh my goodness.
Our guys came in, dug it all up, did all new foundation coating, and put it all back with new grass.
Wow. I've been watering the flowers at the side of the house for 2 years now, not knowing that I was putting water on my foundation. And the fact that Damon and Mike identified that problem and have repaired it, I mean, I have nothing. I'm so grateful for them for doing that.
All new flashing around your upper windows after we had Brian and his guys remove the asbestos and the caulking and go up into the attic and pull out all the mold, which was a pain in the butt, but that's all clean now in the attic. Brand new windows down at the bottom.
Oh, beautiful.
Absolute brand new windows and new siding in between it. Ready to see the inside?
Definitely.
Yes. Oh my
Look how much better
goodness.
that looks.
Wow. It looks amazing.
Did all the trim around the windows. So what we did was try and match the age of the home.
It just opens up this room so much. Wow, it's
It does.
beautiful.
That looks bigger, doesn't it?
It does.
It's almost ceiling to floor windows now.
Or you can say, thank you, Dominic.
Thank you, Dominic.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike and Damon and the crew.
All right, come on this way.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Wow.
Look at this.
Wow, I love the color. I love everything. Oh
I
my,
love the little things, man, I tell you.
oh my goodness.
Opening it up makes a big difference. This was Damon's call, putting in the banister. I was very happy.
Great
I had
call.
him punch holes in the walls, making sure everything was fine here. And we gutted all this.
Wow.
So now it's been blue wood, spray foam, mold-resistant drywall, all put back up, all new trim around your brand new windows, as well as new electrical.
Wow.
We cut your cast stack there. We put in all new pieces there because you were leaking. It was an issue. We addressed that. Neatened up all of your electrical. We actually did a lot of electrical in your house. Now that we've fixed up all your air return, not just in the basement, but upstairs as well, we're gonna have that proper cycle throughout the house. We keep that heat in by fixing your insulation in the attic. And then from there, letting the attic breathe, we're now gonna keep that wonderful hot air in the winter inside the home.
Great.
You notice it's nice and cool in here, too.
Yes, it is.
We tested it.
I'm speechless. It's beautiful. I mean, it's not only cosmetically beautiful. I mean, I love everything that the crew and Mike and Damon have done with the house, but I actually feel that it's a sound home. You know, the temperature issue has been resolved. There was a water leakage issue that we didn't know about. That's been resolved. The mold in the attic has been resolved. I mean, this is stuff that Tony and I could never have tackled on our own. And I mean, we're just so thankful for everything that Mike and Damon and his crew have done. I'm at a loss for words. I'm the kind of person that just talks so much, and now I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you to them, and thank you so much for doing this for us. And I'm so happy with what we see in front of us right now.
Thank you so much, guys.
I'm
grateful and thankful
Yeah,
for all the work.
I'm speechless.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Wait a second. Let's do this right. Italian. Come
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, hey.
Thank you so much,
No worries.
David. Thank you so much.
I'm not kissing you. No. To the team, to the family, love you, man. Cheers.
Salute. I like that.
Good. Solved the leaks in the roof.
All the Lou freaks are
All the Lou
freaks. That was funny.
Wow, you got a lot of quesadillas out here. What do you call those things?
Cicadas? Cicadas?
They make noise everywhere.